In mid-January this year, we went to the Omar village located to the northeast of Ulutau. The current owner of this village is my friend Margulan Moldashov, who is known for his generosity in the Zhezkazgan region. Our goal is to track down wolves with the fresh snow that fell yesterday. There is white snow all around. Our route from Zhezkazgan by car was to reach the village where we are staying today. We reached our destination at dusk after striking up every conversation with the citizens who are like stones in the sky. We went down to the house that was as grand as a Khan's palace, took down all our belongings and went inside. We sat around the large table in the courtyard and started eating. You and the other guys, who were as rich as stones in the sky, started talking about tomorrow. Everyone except me is a citizen of this Ulutau foothills. Everyone who knows the terrain well and has been involved in hunting early is discussing the fate of tomorrow morning. They are planning their routes. There are times when we take turns talking and encouraging each other. We have settled down to talk about this and that, and we have been eating the steaming meat of the herd. It is as if the moon has cut the meat and moved around for a while. We all went outside to make tea. The steppe is quiet. There is no wind blowing. The forest is quiet. Death is not the forest, but death itself is about to happen. The sky is as dark as a stone, like a village at night with its fires extinguished. There is a sharp frost, a cold frost that does not stop the game from crawling. We went inside with the call that tea is ready, having predicted the weather in our own way. We sat down on the cushions that lined the table and drank dark red tea. Even the cups that had been passed from hand to hand were never found by chance. We were in a wonderful state, one story after another. On the right side of the threshold, the Okshantai, armed and loaded with bullets, were about to heat up the morning sun. In between, we opened the door to old stories and told stories from wise people of this region. I especially researched a lot about the rich and famous people and heroes of the Ulutau region, and I brought up old stories that came from the country. The days are short and the nights are long in the winter. There is no pressure of time. Gradually, the conversation turned to the topic of wolves. For any Kazakh young man, wolves are a story that does not fail to warm the blood. We talked about the qualities of wolves, from their lineage, appearance, cunning, intelligence, healing properties, until we were able to do so. Wolves also have leaders. They are also called Abadan, Atai, Birishek, Karazjal, and Kokshal. The strongest among them is Birishek. I had read about the famous Birishek wolf who made the slopes of Kokshetau rumble in the book written by our brother Seken Junisov about the Akan Ser. I wanted to know that Kulager and Akan Ser chased that wolf before dawn and killed it before the evening red wolf. When we were talking about this, a guy named Bek Sultan joined the conversation. Beken, who had not been involved in the conversation much since then, did he say that it was I who killed Birishek wolf? All of us who were excited by the beautiful and touching story turned our faces to him. The one who was leading my attention was Birishek. I wouldn't have seen a wolf without reading. And this Bek Sultan, just saying that he had beaten and killed him, drank the last of his tea, put a spoon in his cup, and retreated from the table, becoming comfortable with his story. The rest of us took a deep breath and looked at him without interrupting. This guy is also from the foothills of Ulutau. He is Bek Bolat in his bones, a Kazakh of the steppe. Although he was calm in his speech, he was a hot-tempered man. Al-Kisa. In 1992, my father Nur Sultan and I left for a place called Tuyak to open our own farm. In his youth, he used to herd the state farm's horses and visit the prison on horseback.
We have 14 children in our family, 9 boys and 5 girls. Then we gathered a few stray cattle, sheep, and 2 herds of horses, and settled in Yerzhan's Black Hill. There is a place called Yerzhan's Black Hill in the southwest of Ulutau, about 37 kilometers from the district center. The foothills of Ulutau, where it meets the foothills of Ulutau, are called Tuyak. It is a rugged place. There are many rocky cliffs and ravines. I know these places very well. In general, I have mastered a few place names around Ulutau. In short, I know the terrain well enough not to get lost even if I were walking alone in that area. I was wondering if the guy I was talking about would leave a trace in The Hunter's Tale. He doesn't know that I know the Ulutau region well. Hello. We settled in Tuyak. From 1992 to 1997, there were no foals for horses, no calves for cows, no lambs for sheep, for 5 years. In short, we were a wolf herd for 5 years. It was May 1997. My hunter brother, born in 1961, said, "Let's go on a hike without wolves." This was the time when the cold weather began. The deer are calving and the goats are separated. This is the time when wolves eat their food for 40 days from the country, 40 days from the ground, and 40 days from the wind. When the deer are calving, they don't have an appetite for meat and eat from the wind. Oh God!